Hey guys, in this tutorial I will be demonstrating how to do a very simple sunflower painting. So even if you're a first-time painter, you might want to try this one out. It is acrylic. My canvas is an 8 by 10. This is my color palette. I'm going to be using titanium white, cadmium orange, deep yellow, burnt sienna, light lilac, and ultramarine blue. If you don't have these colors, you can work with whatever colors you do have at hand. And I will be using two paint brushes. This is a 1/2 inch flat brush. This is another 1/2 inch flat brush. Don't know what number this is, but I like it because it's really flat. It's kind of long and it's got this really flat chisel on it. It's real easy to work with and also to do details with. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to draw out my image. So even if you don't know how to draw, you will be able to follow along in this tutorial because it's simple enough. Okay, I will be providing instructions as I go. I hope that you can join me in this one. And if you like this video, please remember to give me a thumbs up. Also to subscribe to my channel for more videos. And if you have any suggestions on anything that you would like to see painted, please leave your comments below. Thank you very much for watching. This is Yvette Andino, and I hope that you can enjoy this painting. So using my burnt sienna, I'm going to outline my painting with my flat brush. I like that chisel because I can make lines with this. Okay, so using the burnt sienna, I'm going to make like a half circle right in this corner, just like that. Then I'm going to bring my brush over to make what looks like a leaf. Okay, just like that. Very simple. So I'm going to make it so that it overlaps a little bit, so it doesn't look real monotonous. Okay, I'm going to make another one that kind of peeks through here. And let's see, maybe I want one that overlaps here. That. And here. Maybe this one overlaps this one. Then I'm just going to take and I'm going to drag some of this brown like that. Just load up your brush just a little bit, both sides. Just push down and kind of swoop up. As you get to towards the end, whoop, lift up your brush. These are the veins that you see in a sunflower. We don't want to do too much, just a few. You can pause and come back to it many times as you need to. Okay. All right. Then we're going to pick up some of this blue. Okay, just like that. And a little bit of that brown. And mix the two together. Make sure you pick up enough of it so you don't run out. And we're just going to start in the middle here and work our way outward. Okay, pick up some more. And swoop it around just like that. Let's mix a little bit more. Don't worry if the color gets a little uneven somewhere. You want to work around in a circular motion in the shape that the sunflower has, okay? Round, just like that, round. Okay. Go up a little bit more, and let's just put some in the middle there. Try not to brush it too hard so the paint doesn't come off. Keep moving that circular motion. Flatten your brush like this so the paint comes off the brush and onto your canvas. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to wipe that brush off. Rinse it off in a little bit of water and wipe it off. Now I'm going to pick up some of my orange, cadmium orange, and I'm going to simply go around the outer side. I'm also going to trace over that brown, okay? Some more orange. If your paint dries up, you can either spritz it with a little bit of water, or you can dip your brush just the very tip in a little bit of water so it doesn't get real soggy. Okay. Very gently. We're doing one petal at a time. Okay, you can still see some of that brown. That's what you want. You want to be able to see that brown underneath. Those are your shades, your shadows. Let's pick up some more and put them right in there. A little more. I'm going to dip my brush just the tip in a little bit of water. I want this paint to kind of glide on here like that. You see that? Like ink almost. Not too watery. You don't want it watery. Okay. See that? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up some of this yellow, a little bit of white, mix it together. I'm going to come back right here and I'm going to paint this a little bit. I want to be mindful of where the brown is, and I don't want to go over the spaces where the brown was at. Just feather this in very softly, very gently. You want to move in the direction that the petal is in. You see how I'm leaving the brown out? A little bit more yellow, more white, yellow, white. Same thing right here. Not too much paint. soften those edges. You don't want anything harsh. Okay. We're gonna come back to that. I'm gonna highlight this. Feather this. Feather it. Learn how to feather. Don't paint the whole thing. Let some areas be more orange, some lighter. This is light. This should be a little darker. We're going to come back and work on that. Okay. Back to my orange. Orange right in here. Orange. Orange. Now I'm going to do some yellow. A little orange. Yellow. And a little bit of white. Okay. Look at that. Press your brush down flat like that so the paint comes off the brush and onto your canvas. Don't paint like this. Don't paint with the tip of the brush. You gotta flatten that brush out just like that. Push that paint back. Push it back. Push it back. Push it back. Let's pick up some more yellow, just plain yellow. And we'll put it right in here. Remember, move in the direction that the petals are in. Just like that. We're going to come back and work on those shadows. Okay. A little bit more of this yellow and white together. Takes a little bit of practice, but you can do this. Little orange. Put the orange ones behind, right? The background, because they're in shadow. You don't want all your petals to be the exact same color, because then there's no contrast. Okay. Back to my orange. Orange back in here. Some white with some of this light yellow. Okay, let's come back over here and put a little bit of some light in there. A little bit of light right in here. Just like that. Okay, some yellow. Don't completely go over the brown because you're not going to have any shadows. I'm telling you, don't go over the brown, and I'm going over it. Okay, back to your orange. A little yellow. More orange. Back in there. And then this one. Okay. So now we're going to take some of this white, okay, and just a little bit of yellow, okay. And we're going to come back right here, and we're just going to put in some highlights. See that? Just like that. Very gently with the very tip of the brush, and just brushing on some of those highlights. Okay, some yellow, plain yellow. I want that contrast. More yellow. Plain yellow. Some more white. Right in here. I want that top one to look like it's over this one. A little bit of light right here. Maybe right in the middle. Some yellow. Let's put it deep down at the bottom, then maybe halfway. And then at the top, we'll mix some white with the yellow. And we'll come back and just put the top lighter. This will take some practice. Practicing, you can do it. Right here, a little bit of white. White with yellow. That image left me. Okay, I'm wiping off my brush. I'm going to come back with a little orange. Mix enough of that orange. Pick up some of this brown. Mix it together. And I'm going to come back in with these shadows, okay? Just want to put back some of these shadows. I might pick up some paint in the way, but that's all right. I'm just brushing it on with the tip of my brush. See how that deepens it? Flatten your brush. Swoosh, swoosh. Okay, a little bit more. Come back in here. Looks like it's got a dip down in there now. See that? Just trying to make those shadows. Okay, I'm coming back. More orange, more brown. Just so I can come back and make a little bit more shadows down in here. See that? So that you can see that one petal is sitting on top of the other petal. Looks more realistic, right? Okay, I'm wiping my brush off. I want all that brown to come off. Now I'm coming back with my deep yellow. And putting back in some of this yellow that I lost. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. just on a few of them. There, that's it. Okay. Now I'm picking up my other brush and I'm just gonna kind of bang it around a little bit so that it looks like this. You see how it kind of got, unless you have a round brush, I don't think I have one. I'm gonna take some of my brown and I'm gonna make these like, just come around the outer part first, right? Outer part. I'm gonna put it in the same direction, kind of bounce it around so it doesn't look real monotonous. Not too much paint, not too little bit of paint. You want it to stay a little wet because we're going to come back here. And I'm just working from outside in. See that? From the outside in. There we go, from the outside in. Okay. Outside. In. Now I'm picking up a little bit of this blue. And I'm going to bang some up in the inside. Working outward so that it blends in with some of that brown. It kind of disappears. Okay, and without wiping my brush, I'm going to pick up a little bit of this yellow, tap it, a little orange, tap it together, and now I'm just kind of working, tapping it very gently, very lightly. Move it around so it doesn't look all the same. Move your brush around. Pick up some more paint. Tap, tap, tap. The outside, remember, outside, you want to leave the inside with that blue. Don't make it disappear. Just a little bit more on the outer side so that that hard line that you have there sort of disappears. Let's mix a little bit of the brown in there. So it disappears. There you go. That's it. Disappeared. Okay, wipe it off my brush. Now I'm taking some of this blue with that same brush I was just using, and I want to mix some of that blue, that ultramarine blue, with some white. Keep it on the dark side. You don't want it too light, okay? And we're gonna trace over the sunflower on the outer side like that. Make sure you have enough paint. Trace this around. See how I'm flattening my brush? I come around, flatten my brush, pick up some more paint. I'm going to turn this around. Pick up some more paint. Try not to get any orange on there. Okay, I'm gonna turn it back around. And now I'm picking up some of that lilac purple. And I'm gonna mix it right next to it, back and forth, making kind of like X's, X's, X's. See that? Bunch of X's. I'm picking up some more purple. Turning it this way. Picking up some more making some more X's. Just like that. Turn it back this way. You gotta move fast before your paint dries out. Pick up big glob of white, and now we're gonna put that white up and down right in there. Brush it on like you're painting a wall, and bring it right into your purple. Scrub it, scrub it, scrub it. Scrub it together, scrub it in there. Scrub it in there, scrub it in there. And just kind of soften it out. Make sure you got enough white paint on there, not too much. Okay. See how I'm crisscrossing my brush? Crisscross, crisscross, crisscross. Don't go too close to the flower. Just like that. I'm dragging that purple into the white. Dragging the purple into the white. Dragging the purple into the white and out. In and out. Okay. Look at how pretty that is. Look at that. Very beautiful. And now I'm going to wash my brush off. Wipe it down. And what I want to do is I want to come back with my yellow again. Okay. And I want to mix a little bit more white in there. Yellow, white. So it looks like a really light, soft yellow color. Kind of like butter. Okay. And you want to come back in here. Your edges and kind of go. Just trace it around and push it into the flower like that. Very gently, very softly. Oops. Oh boy. I got some glue in there. You make sure your background is dry before you do this. Okay. Okay, I'm picking up some more of that light yellow. And I'm just tracing around the outer edge, coming back this way and pushing it very gently towards the middle, feathering it. Okay, just feathering it. It's okay if the orange gets on there, that's what you want. And I got a little blue on there, that's okay. Okay, some more yellow. Make sure you work with enough paint so that it doesn't dry up on you real quick. A little bit more yellow. Don't want this to look white, I want it to look yellow. Okay, you can take your time with this, you can rewind it, go back, look at the video again. Don't be afraid to try this one. It's not as difficult as it looks. You can always erase it. Try it again. I'm gonna wipe off my brush again. I'm picking up just plain white And I'm going to put a little bit of white right up in here. Just kind of sweeping it through very gently, very gently. Got a little blue on there, that's okay. I'm covering it over with white. See that? Some more white. With the tip of my brush, I'm just kind of sweeping this white in there very gently. Practice a little bit if you have to. Maybe on a piece of paper if you don't feel confident. I'm gonna, with my white already there, I'm gonna tap a little bit of this yellow, mix it together, and I'm gonna come back and do a little bit more tapping here on the outer part. Just a little bit more to bring in. See how I'm just tapping this very lightly? And maybe right over here. You don't want to cover the whole thing. You want it to have a little bit of shadow and contrast. Okay, very gently tapping it. And that's it. Well, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. And if you did, give me a thumbs up. And again, if there's anything that you would like to see painted, anything that you want to learn how to do, then please leave a suggestion at the bottom in the comments below, and share the video with your friends, whatever you like. Thanks for watching. Again, this is Yvette Andino with Yvette Andino Art.